It's time for another army review from the Armies of the Lord of the Rings. Hello and welcome to yet another video here on the YouTube channel SDF Wargaming Studio. My name is Andreas Norwegian Viking, and from the Armies of the Lord of the Rings for the Middle-earth strategy battle game, here is my review of the Corsairs of Umbar. So Corsairs of Umbar were previously a army within the Harad and Umbar army list, but now they've been drawn out from the main Harad army list. They can still historically ally with the Serpent Horde, giving you nearly the full option. You can ally with Far Harad without losing your army bonus, but I do believe that this is still a viable and very, very thematic army to play. Now the army includes Dalmia, Fleetmaster of Umbar, the Knight of Umbar, Hasharin, Corsair Captains, Corsair Boatswains, Black Numenorean Marshals, Corsairs of Umbar, Corsair Reavers, Corsair Arbalesters, and Black Numenoreans. So I did my my profile on the Knight of Umbar in the Mordor army review. He counts as a hero of valor. The Hasharin I did in 2 videos ago in the Serpent Horde army review, and that's also a hero of valor in this army. The Black Numenorean Marshals I did also, I believe, in the Mordor army review. Possibly even the Barad-dûr one. Yeah, I think it's in the Barad-dûr one. The very first review in the series. No, it's the first evil review in the series. Of course, the first one was for Fellowship. And he counts as a hero of fortitude. And Black Numenoreans I also did in the same video as I did the Black Numenorean Marshals. Possibly in the Barad-dûr video. As I said, they are historically allied with the Serpent Horde, and they're convenient allies with Easterlings, Far Harad, Isengard, Mordor, Moria, and the Varyags of Khand. Their army bonus is: the Corsairs are upon us. It is the last strike of doom. Corsair models gain the Backstabbers special rule. +1 to wound when you trap the enemy. Pretty good. +1 to wound, never a bad thing. So, going straight into it, we have the heroes of the Corsairs of Umbar. Dalmia, Fleetmaster of Umbar, is first. He has gone up by 2 goblins worth of points, and he has move 6, fight 5, 3+ shoot, strength 4, defense 4, attacks 3, 2 wounds, 4 courage, 2 might, 2 will, and 3 fate. So he's gone up by both a might point and a will point for those extra 2 goblins. He has to pay for the model. He carries swords, throwing daggers, and smoke bombs. So he's basically a very, very improved Hasharin, which I covered in my not Harad, but the Serpent Horde. That's going to take a long time for me to remember. The smoke bombs are an active ability. They are a throwing weapon with a strength of 1. Any model hit but not slain by these weapons must immediately expend a point of will or be subjected to the effects of the channel version of a transfixed magical power. Should Dalmia ever roll a 1 to hit with the smoke bombs, then his supplies run out and he cannot use them for the remainder of the game. So, charging in on a hero, poof, smoke bomb, and yeah, that's very, very cool. Heroic Strike and Defense is his options for heroics. So exactly the same as a Hasharin. He has the Bane of Kings and Stalk Unseen special rules, and again, exactly like a Hasharin. Bane of Kings always makes him re-roll dice to wound heroes. And he has the Stalk Unseen rule, which is basically an Elven Cloak, and he has also Preternatural Agility, which means that Dalmia can never be trapped while he's still standing. Very good profile, I think. Very cool army. He's a army leader. He's of course a hero of legend, which I might have forgotten to say. So he can lead 18 troops. Pretty powerful. So the Corsairs captain, unchanged in points, basically unchanged in every aspect. He is man, Corsair infantry, and hero of fortitude. Move 6, fight 5, 4+ shoot, strength 4, defense 4, 2 attacks, 2 wounds, 4 courage, 2 might, 1 will, 1 fate. He has sword and throwing daggers. Can do heroic march, as all captain profiles can. And he has access to bow, crossbow, shield, and 2-handed axe as his options. For the Corsair Boatswain, which is the second unnamed hero you can take, is unchanged in points. So man, Corsair infantry, and hero of fortitude. But he has a few differences to his stat line, which has become very much better. He is move 6, fight 4, 4+ shoot, strength 4, defense 4, 2 attacks, 2 wounds, 4 courage, is going up by 1 in courage, 1 might, 1 will, and 1 fate. So he's gone up by 1 in both might and will. He has access to heroic march. He carries sword and throwing daggers. He has access to bow, crossbow, shield, 2-handed axe, and spears. And he has the commanding bellow special rule, which is basically unchanged from the old edition. Friendly Corsair models within 3 inches of a Corsair Boatswain count as being in range of a banner. So, very cool hero, and even though you might not look it from the points you pay for this hero without, well, you could do one more. See, yeah, he loses out on point of might, loses out on point of fight, has the commanding bellow special rule, and is a goblin worth cheaper than him, but you would really like to have more of him. And we'll come on to that with the special rule for the Corsair Reavers, which has totally changed. But first, let's take a look at the Corsair Umbar profile, the warrior Corsair Umbar. So they are man, Corsair infantry, and warrior. Move 6, fight 4, 4+ shoot, strength 3, strength 3, defense 3, 1 attack, 1 wound, 3 courage. They have sword and throwing daggers, and they have the option for a bow, shield, and spear. So, totally unchanged profile in every single aspect. But what has really changed is the Corsair Reavers. They cost, well, first of all, the Corsair Reavers were totally broken in the last edition. I wouldn't say hated them, but it made no sense that they were fight 5. Because really, why? So, let's hope they become a bit weaker for the points. Alright, so they are 1 point cheaper. Not looking good so far. Move 6, fight 4. Oh, good. 4+ shoot. They've gone down a point of fight. They are strength 3, defense 3. So they've gone down a point in defense as well. 2 attacks, so still the same number of attacks. 1 wound and 4 courage. Right, so far they've lost a point of defense and a point of fight. They have 2 swords as their war gear, so no longer putting axes on them unless you want to pay the same amount you did in the last edition. But they have the Mindless Killers active special rule. So this is a big one. Any Corsair Reaver that starts this move at least 6 inches away from friendly Corsair Boatswain must make a courage test. If the test is failed, they will be driven into bloodthirsty rampage and will charge the nearest enemy model. If 2 or more models are an equal distance away from each other, then the Reaver's controlling player may choose which model the Reaver will charge. If the Reaver fails this courage test and is not possible for it to charge an enemy model, it will charge the nearest friendly model instead. Should a Corsair Reaver charge a friendly model, then the charged model may not move during the move phase and must fight the Reaver during the fight phase. If a Reaver fails this test and there are no models, friend or foe, that it can charge, it will move 6 inches towards the closest enemy model instead. The Reavers controlling player may choose to have a Reaver automatically fail these curses if they wish. When driven into this bloodthirsty rampage, the Corsair Reavers gain a +1 bonus to any 2 wound rolls and do not need to take curses for charging terror-causing models. So this is both a curse and a boon. So of course, if you have Boatswains in there, it's very good. Corsair Boatswains only have 1 point of will, and there is magic that can make you move. So obviously, the Mindless Killer special rule is bad. You can manipulate the Corsair Boatswains, you can shoot at the Corsair Boatswains, and you can kill the Corsair Boatswains, and you can do a lot of cool things against the Corsair Boatswains, making this a 2-edged sword. They have 2 swords, that's a good thing. But also that if you remove the Corsair Boatswains from the equation, they are very likely to charge each other and just chop each other to bits. And that is fantastic. That is absolutely fantastic. So I really love this, and if you choose to fail automatically, that's if you get so close to an enemy model, like for instance a terror-causing hero, you just want to charge him, and then you could just go into that bloodthirsty rage rampage, and you can charge and get +1 to wound as well. And if you manage to trap stuff as well, you get +2 bonus to wound with the strength 3. That will wound most models on 4s, which is fantastic. Defense 5 you will wound on 3s. Absolutely cool. Really love this. Fantastic change to a very contentious model, and I really love the change. So the last option in this army list is the Corsair Arbalesters. They have unchanged in points, unchanged in all capacity. They are man, Corsair, infantry and warrior. Move 6, fight 4, 4+ shoot, strength 3, defense 3, 1 attack, 1 wound and 3 courage. They carry crossbows, daggers and a pavis. Now the pavis is a passive ability. The giant wooden shield provides the bearer of +3 defense as long as the bearer is not engaged in combat with another model. The bearer may use the rules for shielding, although will not gain the +1 defense bonus as they also carry a crossbow. So unchanged in all the way, they are semi-expensive troop choice in what you would want to be, I believe, a horde army. And yeah, it just gives some shooting power, and it's very, very cool. I would like to see the return of the ballista. So the Corsair ballista, they had in the Legions of Middle-earth, I believe, the option for a ballista. And I would like to see that return, because that's just the coolest thing from the movie. The ship sailing past the 3 hunters, and the, well, King of the Dead was not materialized at this point, but the way that looked was really, really cool, and I really want to see that being an official model for the game. So yeah, very, very cool army. Tell me in the comments below what you think about the changes to the Corsairs, and would you like to build an army. Submit your army list, because I would really like to see how you would tackle this as a pure army. So no allies at all, just like a pure army. So that's been my review of the Corsairs of Umbar army list. Please comment, like, share and subscribe, and do consider supporting SDF on Patreon using the link in the description below, as it is a fantastic way for you to support efforts here at the studio, and it gives us the monetary means to expand, improve and give you more cool videos each and every day of the week. And if that's at all interesting for you, click the link in the description below and you'll be taken to our Patreon page. But more importantly, support your hobby.